Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam, glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for attending the classes. Our new session, today's sessions, Bhakti Shastri session 3. So please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. We will start now. I will share the screen. We will begin with the Mangalacharan prayer and we will start the class now. Today we will be discussing about the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gītā, Karma Yoga. So let me share with YouTube. YouTube is... So we will start with the Bhagavad Gītā, Karma Yoga. We will have a recap of the chapter 2 so that, so whole idea of Prabhupada say that, as I shared last time, that whole idea of Prabhupada saying that you have to learn something. Whole idea of the classes, I mean attending the classes and all, so to learn something from them. And Prabhupada particularly emphasizes that we should have a regular classes, just like a school colleges, like 8 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours. We are not even spending 1 hour. And it should not be like official routine work. A routine work, but we have to learn something, not simply attending the class, but to learn something. Because by learning something, we can advance. We can discuss further what is in the second chapter, what is the actually essence of second. Nobody asks actually. So we should discuss on this, what is the main things in the first chapter. After one time also attending the classes, going through the document, we should also discuss so that our clarity, we get the more clarity, we'll learn something from them. Whole idea of the classes, whole idea of Prabhupada books or any classes to learn something, take away lesson, learn some, so that we can know what is the real quintessential message of, particular subject matter we discussed. So in this way, you can advance, we can be successful. So that is what Prabhupada was actually very much emphasizing. He told our first job is to read and hear and discuss this subject matter of Krishna conscious philosophy mentioned in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. If we do this process, then everything else will fall into the right place. All other service will be perfected. But if this is missing or there is some discrepancy in the matter of hearing, in the matter of reading, in the matter of discussing the Shastra, then all other things, you may be a very good, pujari, you may be a very good cook, you will not perfect, because you will find yourself, oh, I'm cooking for some kind of name and fame. You will fall into that part, because philosophically we are not strong. Pujari will think that, oh, I am the person who is doing everything. I am very close to Krishna. I am actually the very much, first-class servant of the Krishna. So in this way, we will fall into the trap, fall into these things. Therefore, Prabhupada said, first you know the philosophy. Krishna consciousness means, first of all, we have to get the knowledge. So on these notes, we will start our Mangalacharan things, Mangalacharan. So we will, I'll show you these slides. What are the slides? Yeah. So you can see these slides. It is all based on the teaching of the Prabhupada. Everything of whatever the classes we are now sharing is all based on the teaching of His Divine Grace, Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we will start Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakkuru Nimiletan Jaina Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jana Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavanam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Sri Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Raitam Shri Visakhambitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopishya Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvaiva cha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyabadi Pasat Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'll just adjust my camera a little. It's not zooming. So we have learned 2 chapters. So Prabhupada always say that in order to advance in Krishna consciousness, devotee association is important. Why? Because with devotee association, one can discuss about Krishna Katha. The philosophy of Krishna Katha does not mean that, does not only mean that the pastime of the Lord in Vrindavan and all. No, Krishna Katha also includes philosophy, Bhagavad Gītā, Bhagavatam. So all these things we should discuss. Therefore, the devotee association Prabhupada created this Hare Krishna movement and center everywhere to give us the opportunity for discussing Krishna Katha. Shravanam Kirtanam, that is devotee association. Devotee association is not the exchange of mundane topics. No. There is a beautiful verses in 5, 12, 13. It is said that in the assembly of the devotees, there is no discussion of the psychology, politics, cricket, IPL, no. Only Krishna Katha, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. In this way, we can advance in Krishna consciousnness. Otherwise, we will remain in this movement for 10 years, 20 years. We do not know even the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is the use of our there? There is advancement, there is something is there, but it is very slow process. Very slow process. Because more we become understanding knowledge, more you know the devotional things, it will inspire us to engage in the service of the Lord more. More you become detached from this material attachment. That is whole idea. It will purify us. It will detach from the material attachment. So on this notes, we will start chapter 1 and 2. We will have a recap. So in chapter 1 is observing armies. So Arjuna, what happened? There is a preparation of the war in the beginning because Dhritarashtra is asking, which is blind, spiritually, materially also blind. He's asking his secretary Sanjay, who who got empowered by his spiritual master Vasudev, that he can see what is going on in, just like we can see the IPL match, which is I think going on now from Singapore, through our YouTube, through phone, through our through our television. So this transmission is there. Similarly, we can, the secretary Sanjay could see, staying in Delhi, he can see the Kurukshetra war. There is a different, Delhi to Kurukshetra is 3 hours. Last year we went, last year we went. So it is 3 hours, but although he's standing 3 hours, sitting 3 hours, but he can see entire, he could see all the what is going on in the warfield. And he relate or giving a commentary, live commentary to his king Dhritarashtra. So, and he was explaining about how both the side preparation of the war. And in the midst of all the thing, Arjuna is asking, requesting Krishna, please draw my chariot in between the two army. I want to see who are the opponent. It's a I think very viable question, very rational question. Warriors must know who are the opponents and all the thing. So he wanted to see. So Lord Krishna draw the chariot in the middle and observing army. The title is observing army, means Arjuna is observing the armies of both the sides. And now he saw that all my relatives are my opponents. There's so many degree, my father, grandfather, my teacher, and they are very respectable well-wisher of me. How can I fight? So Arjuna's, he was very overwhelmed with compassion. And Arjuna reasoned for not wishing to fight because he was compassion. And he has given very, very, very noble reasons, like there will be no enjoyment to have a kingdom at the cost of my relatives' lives. They will be not there. So what is the use of if I get something? So there is no enjoyment. And also he told very sinful reaction to killing own relatives or killing these people who are my guru, my great grandfather like Visvambhar. So they are very Mahanubhava, very respectable person. And also he gave a reason that if I kill them also, they are very elderly person in the family of Kuru. So if they die also, and there is a destruction, it will consequently it will result the destruction of the family. Why? Because elderly people will not be there alive. So all the young generation will not follow any kind of rules and regulations, any kind of dharma, jati dharma, kula dharma, all the things, all the rituals, rites. So in this way, they become polluted, particularly the womanhood will be unprotected and polluted by unscrupulous, exploited by unscrupulous, irresponsible people. In this way, there is a unwanted progeny and whole society will be ruined by such kind of things. So therefore, he is telling the consequence of the war is not palatable for me. It is a gargantuan negative impact to the society, individually, to the society also. In this way, he declined to fight. And he was very much in a depressed situation. In second chapter, when Lord saw that Arjuna was indecisive, and Arjuna is a very depressing, despondent situation, because Krishna is a friend of Arjuna. So he wanted to drive away his despotism, his grief. He wanted to educate, enlighten. So he was telling that, no, you are a Kshatriya, you should fight, you should not be like so important, so much weakness in the heart. This is your weakness of the heart that you decline to fight. But Arjuna was very, very indecisive, whether to fight, not to fight. Although I am a Kshatriya, and this is a Kshatriya dharma to fight, but my opponent is not my friend, my enemy. My opponent is my all relatives. So he was a bit hesitant and indecisive. In that indecisive situations, in that circumstances, when he is perplexed, bewildered, he did a very good thing. He surrendered to Krishna. Tishyateham sadhimam tvam prapanam. I am your disciple. Please instruct me what is best for me. I am a bit bewildered. I am perplexed because I do not know what is right for me, whether to fight or not, whether to kill my relatives or not. Because I see it's a no situation. So when Arjuna accepted the Lord as a spiritual master, Krishna was very grave. He was not, initially he was friendly, talk was going on because they were friends, but now he was grave. And then Krishna instructed Arjuna in second chapter, summarize all the instruction of Bhagavad Gita and inspiring Arjuna, you fight Arjuna. And he started with the Sankhya philosophy. Arjuna, you are lamenting for the death of the people? No. It's not like wise people never lament for the death and living also. Because the body is anyway temporary, transient. It is going to be die. And when it is going to be die, it is again going to be live. Jatasya Durvamurtu. Again, you have to, according to your karma, they will get another birth, another body. So therefore, the wise, they do not lament. Because soul has no death. Body dies. Antabatasya ima deha nityasya sarira. So anta ima deha, this deha, the body is prone to die. But na jayate na mriyate kadachin. So the soul has no death. So in this way, he is explaining Arjuna that soul is always eternal, imperishable. This is analytical study. Sankhya means samyak rupena. Samyak piyati means there is an analysis of material elements. The body is a matter. It will die anyway. It has no endurance. But soul is eternal, very imperishable. Material body is not. It's an outer covering, just like a shirt. I cannot keep the shirt for the long. It will turn out. Definitely after 100 years, 50 years, 10 years. Similarly, body is a covering. It will not, it has no endurance. So in this way, Lord is explaining about the Sankhya philosophy, refuting that. Why is starting with Sankhya philosophy? Because it's a fundamental understanding of the spiritual science. It's a fundamental understanding of Krishna consciousness that you are not this body, you are the spirit soul. Because Arjuna declining to fight, the first reason is compassion. His compassion for the relatives. But he does not know this compassion is misdirected. Compassion is not proper. Compassion for the body is not proper. So many philanthropic activities, altruistic people, there is so many charitable society. Their compassion is very misdirected. In the world, 99% of the charitable organization is misdirected compassion. Because they want to elevate, they want to give some comfort to the body which is going to be, which is transient by nature, which is temporary, which is going to be die, prone to die, prone to be destroyed. Cancer hospital, free for fooding, what is that? Poor feeding. This is good, this is a pious activities, but it's a misdirected compassion. Our main thing is to save the soul, give charity to soul. Because body anyway will die. Either you are a Bill Gates or gatekeeper. Either you get a nice charity for someone, but how long? You are obliged to karma, you have to give up your body. But when you do the charity to soul, or you are concerned about the soul of others, that means you have to uplift him, you have to educate him, enlighten him, so that he will not take another birth. Whether it's good or bad, another birth. Whether it's Bill Gates or gatekeeper. In a jail, whether you are in a C cell, A cell, you are inside a jail. So whole Krishna is giving an impression to the Arjuna, and through Arjuna to everyone, sir, get out. You cannot, this kind of so-called compassion is useless. Therefore, Krishna consciousness is the highest welfare activity, Prabhupada said. Because we are concerned with the soul. Soul is now encaged in this material body. As a result, he is acting in ignorance under the spell of material energy, material nature, either mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. In this way, he is creating so much reaction of the action, and he is taking another body is going on, body after body after body. Good or bad, it doesn't matter whether Bill Gates or gatekeeper. Sometime Bill Gates, sometime gatekeeper. Therefore, Krishna is giving an impression, no, Arjuna, your compassion for the relative is not justified, is not just. Therefore, the Sankhya philosophy is spoken. This is the first very fundamental understanding of Bhagavad Gita and Krishna consciousness and spirituality. The fundamental knowledge. Then Arjuna's second question was that second reason for not fighting. Oh, what is the enjoyment, sir? If I kill them, supposing you told I am right to fight is Kshatriya, I am right, better you fight. Okay, let me consider for the time being, I should fight. Even though I fight also, I kill them also. Why I am doing for this? Doing for the kingdom, because they have taken unlawfully usurped my kingdom. The Kauravas and party, they have taken my kingdom. And I am fighting for that, to reclaim the kingdom, because Kshatriya must have something to rule. There's their kingdom or some location, something, some village, some town. That is the Kshatriya meant for the ruling. This is a ruling class. They are not Brahmanas, the ruling class. So they need something to rule, and Duryodhan very unlawfully taken away all the things from them, and he is not giving Adam and not to give anything, not even 5 villages, not even the land which is equal to the tip of the needles. That was his adamant. So obstinate. Because of his obstinacy only the war happened. Otherwise, Pandavas were not interested in war. Give me 5 villages, I'm okay. Because I'm a Kshatriya, I have to rule, I have to put tax, I have to protect them, protect the village, and from them I will collect tax for my livelihood. That was Kshatriya's duties. But Duryodhana was very obstinate. But Arjuna was very compassionate. He told, never mind. If I am doing for the kingdom, if I get back the kingdom, what is my rightfully claim? But what will happen? All of these people will die. So what is the use of all this opulence? So therefore he told, no, I will not. There is no enjoyment. But Krishna said karma kanda. Immediately, see how Krishna is refuting his. See, these are the things should be learned from the Prabhupada, Acharya. And discussion with discussion. You go to people reading for 50 years of Bhagavad Gita, they cannot explain. You go to the devotees also cannot explain if they have not properly grasped this knowledge from a spiritual master. You go and see, listen, there are so many, nowadays you have a Google and tips, YouTube is there, you attend classes. How many of them, they will be properly speaking of the Prabhupada? Acharyas. Therefore, our is Acharya Upasana. We have to just present as it is, as Prabhupada said. Is refuting. Karma Kanda section is refuting. Arjuna, Krishna is giving this, that you do. You are a fighter. It is your prescribed duty to fight. If you fight, if you win also, you get the enjoyment. If you do not win, you get the enjoyment. Because Kshatriya, when they die in the battlefield, they will be, according to Shastric injunction, they will be promoted to heavenly planet. And heavenly planet is meant for the enjoyment. Those who are pious, they goes up and they enjoy it. So anyway, your enjoyment is not curtailed, Arjuna. Why you are arguing that, oh, where is the enjoyment? Then Arjuna's third reason, you can see the third reason. Arjuna give third reason is sinful action. Arjuna say, although they are very aggressor, atatai, the word they are using, atatai, aggressor. These people are very aggressor. They have taken away all my things unlawfully. But if I kill them, I will be implicated by sin. Killing of relatives is sinful. Killing of anybody or ants also sinful. What to speak of relatives? So he's giving, Krishna say, oh, you are thinking that you will be implicated. Okay, now I am giving you the Buddhi Yoga. What is that Buddhi Yoga? Buddhi Yoga actually Karma Yoga. Arjuna is fear of the fruit of the action, a result of his activities. Result of the activities tainted by blood, tainted by sin. A gentleman or a noble person will never accept this. So Arjuna declined. No, sir, I will be implicated. Krishna said, never mind, I will give you a solution for that. This is Supreme Lord, supremely intelligent, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, supremely intelligent, super brain. He told immediately, okay, we have Buddhi Yoga. Actually, he is not telling to everybody. This is very important part. Buddhi Yoga is Karma Yoga. We will be detailed. Karma Yoga is chapter 3. But if you do not understand chapter 2, you cannot understand chapter 3. Because Arjuna's first question that in chapter 3, I did not understand chapter 2 properly. I have some doubt. Therefore, chapter 2 understanding is also important. Buddhi Yoga, particularly Buddhi Yoga means Niskama Karma Yoga or Karma Yoga. What whole idea of that Buddhi Yoga Krishna saying, Dura nahi avarama karma. So whatever the activities you do, there is a reaction. But if you do in Buddhi Yoga or Karma Yoga, that means your activities should be dovetail or without attachment. It has to be dovetail with Krishna for Krishna's satisfaction. That is Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means particularly we use the Buddhi means intelligent. So Arjuna therefore bewildered in third chapter. Buddhi means called intelligent. That means one should work without the attachment to the result. Unattached to the result of the work. And that cannot be done without the knowledge. Supposing I do not know, why should I not be attached? If I do not know, why should I be detached from the work? Detached from the result of the work. I'm working, I'm getting 10,000 salary. I will say, no, to HR, no, do not deduct my salary. Do not credit my salary to my bank account because I'm detached. That is foolishness. So here the detachment we should have a knowledge that. We should have a knowledge that I am a spirit soul. I am the part and the parcel of the Krishna. And my duty to serve Krishna. So he is the real proprietor. So therefore, even though I'm attached to the karma, but I'm not attached to the result of the action. The result goes to God. That is called Buddhi Yoga without attachment. So in this way, one can get rid of the sinful reaction and get out of the cycle of birth and death also, because birth and death is due to our action and reaction. If there is a action which is a non-reactive, no reaction, non-reactive means no reaction, then there is no way that I will again take birth. I will get out. So non-reactive work. Therefore, result is that you can get out from the cycle of birth and death with the Buddhi Yoga. So Arjuna, therefore, do not think that you will be implicated. You do in that Buddhi Yogas without attached to the result. Result is not, I have to, as a Kshatriya, I have to do my duty without attachment. That is called yoga. Real yoga means without attachment, equiposed. Then Arjuna immediately asked, oh, tell me, who is this Buddhi Yoga? Who is that self-realized soul? Symptoms of the self-realized soul. So Arjuna, he is asking about, then Lord is giving so many symptoms, how he is free from the desire of the senses, how he has a steady mind, indifferent to good and evil, because there's a symptoms of a person is acting in Buddhi Yoga. So in this way, Lord is explaining in second chapter. In third chapter, Arjuna has a doubt. In the third chapter is called Karma Yoga. See, there is, first of all, before I start Karma Yoga, first of all, I should if it is a live classes in the temple, I would have asked question. See, there is a difference between a karma and Karma Yoga. Karma means fruitive action. That means our activities. We have activities, we produce some result, and we enjoy or you engage that result for our sense gratification. That is called karma. Fruit means result of the action we are engaging, or we are getting it, enjoying, engaging and enjoying. But karma yoga means linking up. When that fruit, karma yoga means when the fruit of your activities, a result of your activities is linking up with Krishna, that is called karma yoga. That is the only difference. Because only karma will entangle us. It has got reactive. It has reaction. Therefore, we will be engaged in the cycle of birth and death. We will undergo the obnoxious cycle of birth and death. But karma yoga will liberate us. Because everything we are acting on behalf of Krishna or for Krishna. And Krishna, Prabhupada write a very nice thing, that Krishna is showing to everybody in this world that how you do not need to renounce your work, but renounce the fruit of your action. How you can dovetail everything for the Krishna and you can get out from this material world. That is whole theme of this session. So Arjuna asked in the very first beginning, why Lord Krishna wants him to fight? Because Lord recommended Buddhi Yoga. And Arjuna confuses. Buddhi Yoga, he is thinking that retirement for active life. And now Krishna telling you fight, Arjuna, you fight. What is this? Supposing I will say that you become a devotee and you also work. It is equivocal. People will say, what is this? You are telling me to spiritualist, at the same time you are thinking that, and you are telling me you have to work. How it is possible? Spiritualist means I should retire from my work, then become Krishna consciousness, then become a spiritualist. That is actually things. But Krishna said, no, you are wrong, Arjuna. Arjuna is thinking like that. Many people think like that. Krishna consciousness means retirement from the active life, renounce everything. No. Prabhupada given a very example. They think that, oh, I have got this $1 million, I will distribute with my sons, my relatives, then I become with a mala, I will go to Vrindavan. That is not Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means renounce the fruit of the action. That is whole idea, not the retirement. Many people in Vrindavan and any other places, like you see also, you have seen that, what is that, Kumbh Mela. So many Naga Baba, this Baba come. What is their thing, ganja? Meditate, so much meditate, 4-5 hours meditate. All these things coming out, they cannot control sense, ganja, BD like this. That is not Krishna consciousness. So, therefore, it's not like, so whole idea that renounces, whole idea that Arjuna is asking, you are telling me to fight, at the same time you're telling Buddhi Yoga. I mean, give up all the fruitive activities by your intelligence. He's thinking like an ordinary man thinking, like, retirement. Spiritual life means retirement. So then Lord is explaining that, no, Arjuna, I say this Sankhya philosophy. Means I am not this body. I am not this body, I am the soul. But at the same time, I am also explaining Buddhi Yoga. You do the Karma Yoga. So Arjuna is thinking, you telling me, first of all, you have to get a knowledge, Sankhya Yoga, you're telling again Karma Yoga. Which one is actually better? I am equivocal. What is this? So then Krishna is explaining very nicely. The whole chapter is, Krishna is explaining about the Karma Yoga. What is real Karma Yoga? So there is fourth section is there. First is dealing with the confusion of renouncing or working in Niskama Karma. Arjuna is now confused, whether I have to fight or not, I have to renounce the things or I have to fight. So he's confusing. And then the second theme is how one can elevate from Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga, then Niskama Karma Yoga, then what is the impediment for all the things, lost and anger. So this fourth section is there. So we'll start with the first. Arjuna inquiries why Krishna previously recommended Buddhi Yoga, using one's intelligence to link the Supreme, has condemned fruitive activity, but wishes him to fight. Krishna replied that he has actually recommended one process with two stages, karma and jnana. So first we will see that how it is. I have given all the breakdown so that if you go through the study materials, you will understand that how. So as you told that in 249 Buddhi Yoga, Krishna says that reject all abominable activity, act in Buddhi Yoga. So Arjuna is recommended to keep all abominable activity. What is this abominable activity? Fruitive action for distance by devotional service, surrender unto the Lord. So here you see, abominable activity means fruitive acts. All act which bind to birth and death. All action except Krishna consciousness, because they continuously bind us to the cycle of birth. So that is the instruction of second chapter, Buddhi Yoga. You do with this with a devotional service. But Arjuna thinking that is a retirement from active life. It's inactive. Buddhi Yoga is the art of all work and reads from all good and bad reaction. In purport, Krishna consciousness is purifying process of resultant action. Whole idea of Buddhi Yoga means Krishna consciousness or Karma Yoga. That means purifying the process of resultant action. Every action has got reaction. How to purify that? That is the art of work. Arjuna told to avoid reaction. He need not to renounce the work, but work in right consciousness. Here he is confused. Krishna say, Arjuna, do not renounce your work, but renounce your, but work in a right consciousness. That means renounce the fruit of your action. If you do in a right consciousness, supposing I am now just like a soldier is killing 1,000 people under the order of his commander, he is a right consciousness. He will not be hanged to death. But same soldier, he is killing one person, but his consciousness not is right. He is doing for himself. Oh, he is my neighbor and he did something to me. So with revengeful, angry, he is killing and he will be implicated. He will be hanged to death. Therefore, Krishna whole idea of Buddhi Yoga means not to renounce the work, but renounce the fruit of the action, or work in a such a way that there is no reaction. That means you have to work in a right consciousness. That consciousness is called Krishna consciousness. Work in Krishna consciousness is called Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. And how to do that, whole things has been explained in 3rd chapter, again in 5th chapter more in details. Because we are accustomed to the action and reaction since time immemorial. And we are accumulating reaction for that. So many reactions, so many births. Why somebody is Bill Gates, somebody is Ambani, somebody is Virat Kohli, Tendulkar, somebody is, what is that, Elon Musk. Why somebody is gatekeeper, somebody is very poor. Why the discrepancy in the society, in living entities? One person thumbprint is not equal to another thumbprint, according to reaction. This is all action and reaction. So this is accumulated, good or bad, then doesn't matter. But we have accumulated so many reactions. And we are ignorance about our constitutional position as a soul. Therefore, we are acting in a such a way which is reactive. I am thinking that I am this body, my family, my community, my society, so and so forth. Everybody is working under the conception of bodily conception. Therefore, it is all his activities are very reactive. Now, how to remove this ignorance? So that is what Bhagavad Gita teaches us. How to get out from the, liberate from the chain of the action and reaction, bondage of the birth and death. That is Bhagavad Gita purpose. But Arjuna's misunderstanding is there. Therefore, Arjuna is asking, Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardhana tata kim karmani ghore mam niyojasya kesava. Arjuna said, Oh Janardhana, oh Kesava, why do you want to engage me in the ghastly work for you? You think that intelligent is better than fruity work. See how Arjuna is misunderstood. He is thinking Krishna is telling intelligent better, renounced by intelligent, Buddhi Yoga. He did not understand the renounce of the fruit of the action, not the renounce your work. So sometimes Krishna consciousness is misunderstood as a inactivity, inactivity. One such misunderstanding, some people go to secluded place and chant their holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They are thinking like that. Oh, Krishna consciousness means I go to a secluded place, I go to a cave, I go to a somewhere forest, then I will do chanting. No. Prabhupada say, even in the busiest town in the world, like Prabhupada went to New York, Los Angeles, that busiest town, and you can be Krishna consciousness. It's not like retirement of work. So Arjuna also thought Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga or intelligent and spiritual advancement of knowledge as something like retirement from active life and practice penance and austerity at secluded. Most of them, they are thinking like that. No, 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 I will do when I will finish all my obligation, aspiration, my job, retirement from job, my daughter get married, my daughter get, no, my daughter and son get settled in career, they get married. In this way, everything finished, then I will go. When I retire, that then I should start. Now I cannot know. Krishna say any point of time you can start. Arjuna is asking, you say that Krishna consciousness is very good. Why you are engaging in the fight? That is his question. So Krishna will answer this question. So that is the general people understanding that retirement from ordinary duty one becomes spiritually advanced. That is a wrong thing. That is being taught here. It is not like that Krishna taught to the whole world that Arjuna was a soldier, he was a fighter, and in his fighting, he can be Krishna consciousness. Arjuna never change his profession, his position. He changed his disposition. He changed his consciousness. He changed his perspective. Therefore, there is no question of renunciation of work, but renunciation of your mundane consciousness. It is not that he has to cease fighting, then become Krishna consciousness. There is no such question. Krishna never say like this. First of all, you become Krishna consciousness, then you fight. No. There is no rejection of anything, but dovetailing everything. Everything you do. I am a businessman, I can be Krishna consciousness simply by engaging, and I am doing business for Krishna. Everything should be dovetail. Nirbandha Rupa Goswami, we are called Rupanugar, follower of Rupa Goswami. So Rupa Goswami say that what he say? That Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairaga Uchyate. So he told that Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairaga Uchyate, means everything should be done for the sake of Krishna. Nothing should be rejected. Everything. That is real renunciation. Otherwise, Falgu Vairaga. Oh, this is not, this is material thing, I should not use. Oh, this is material, I should not. No. Everything should be useful because everything belongs to Krishna. Everything should be spent for Krishna. Nothing is rejected. That is real Krishna consciousness. So here you can see that Lord is explaining, answering more details about Arjuna's doubt, that how different classes of people realizing the self. So in this whole idea that there are two kind of people there. Because Arjuna doubt is, he is thinking that Sankhya philosophy means Jnana Yoga. Buddhi Yoga is Karma Yoga or direct Krishna consciousness. Sankhya is indirect method. So he is thinking, so Supreme Lord says that, oh sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two class of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand it empirical, philosophical speculation, others by devotional service. So there are two class of people like that. Some we will be philosophizing, oh, I am not this body, I am the soul. That is called Sankhya philosophy. So in this way, they want to realize Krishna. Just like, this Mayavadi, they say, Neti, 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 oh, this is not absolute truth. This is not absolute truth. This is not spiritual. This is not spiritual. Neti, Neti, Neti. But it will take a long process to come that which is not Neti, who is the absolute truth. But devotional service is very direct method, easy. Work in Krishna consciousness. So instead of philosophizing, analyzing the material element, which is very difficult for the common man for understanding, So Buddhi Yoga is very nice. Buddhi Yoga means you engage in your work for the service of Krishna. But even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that same thing. You don't have to change anything. You just, wherever position, you change your disposition, your consciousness. So our Krishna consciousness is very nice. We have both philosophy plus Buddhi Yoga plus Sankhya Yoga. Because religion without philosophy is sentimental. Philosophy without religion is mental speculation. We should have a philosophy. We should not be sentimental. Oh, I am Krishna consciousness. What is Krishna consciousness? I don't know, sir. Prabhupada says that, what is this? You are selling books. What is there in the books? Bhagavad Gītā? I don't know, sir. I am only selling. My Guru Maharaj is selling. What is this? Prabhupada very much condemned this one. He did not like that his disciples should be only selling books. But you should understand. So our is both philosophy plus religion. We must know why I am doing this. Otherwise, how many people are misdirected? There's a movie of somewhere, some star, I forget his movie now, Amir Khan was acting, forget. It came like, he was giving all the negative side of how the religion is taken as a sentiment. Praying the tree, of course, some tree are praying, nectar of devotion, Rupa Goswami say banyan tree, amla tree, that should be worshipped. But they're praying everything, all ordinary things, worshipping something very sentimental. So all these things, they are very sentimental, without any philosophy, without any knowledge. oh my God, or something, some movie came. So how much it was misdirected the people. They are thinking that religion is just a faith, it is a sentiment. No, he did not show the real side where we have a philosophy plus a religion. Otherwise, we will be sentimental fanatics, religious fanatics, fundamentalist fanatics. So we have two things, both, two class of men. One is speculating, another is working in Krishna consciousness. So the difference between both of them, that the Jnana Yoga, which is inactivities, because with the analytical study, I am not this body, inactive way, and renounce the work. I don't need to work because he's analyzing body and soul, he's analyzing, say, who am I, philosophies, who is the cause, who is the effect. In this way, he renounce work using his intelligent discriminating power. He's renouncing, no, I should not do that. Why should I produce activities? It is a binding. He knows that it's binding. If I work, it's binding me. Therefore, he renounce work. That is one class of transcendentalist, one class of spiritualist. And another class of people called Karma Yoga, Niskama Karma Yoga, or Krishna consciousness person. They are not renouncing the work. They are working fruitive activities, but they are not bound by reaction. That is the trick. That is called Karma Kausal, art of the work. Both goal is same. Both want to know Krishna. Both want to realize self-realization. They are striving for self-realization. But one with renouncing work, another is working, but without any action. Everything for service of the Lord, without fruit of the result. In this way, he will free from the bondage. Both have the same goal. But Arjuna thinking that, oh, this Buddhi Yoga is better because Krishna explained 11 to 30, chapter 2 about all Sankhya. Then from Buddhi Yoga he started actually rest of the verses. So he was thinking Buddhi Yoga is better. Why I have to work? Sorry, Buddhi means retirement from the work. So why should I do that? So no.
Here's the contact info for Shaman Prabhu.
What is this? So in this way, Lord is explaining very nicely that I have already explained two classes of people. Renunciation should not be accepted without purification of the heart. Then Arjuna, Krishna say, so you want to renounce. See, do not renounce abruptly. Oh, I want to become renounce and go to the forest and go to full time. I've seen many times devotee will renounce everything, resign for job, they go to Vrindavan. Maximum 2 years sustain. After that, they will come to again the platform of karma. So because abruptly you cannot. Renunciation is meant for purification of the heart. Unless you purify the heart, you should not renounce. Renounce, sannyasi means satanyasa. Nyasa means renounce everything for the Supreme Lord. Sat, tat, om tat sat. Sat means Supreme Lord, absolute truth. That is called sannyasa. Satanyasa iti sannyasa.
बोलता है नहीं क्या करेगा.
So retirement.
नहीं ऐसे डालो.
Mute. Let's mute all. Otherwise, the flow will be missing, So renounce. So see, that is the problem. So sorry. So renounce should not be accepted without purification. You cannot just renounce simply. Those who are purified, they can renounce their work. But without purification, there is no question of renunciation. Otherwise, it's a disturbance to the society because you have some desire is there. You abruptly renounce. What will happen? That undisturbed desire is there. Unfulfilled desire is there. That unfulfilled desire will disturb you, disturb the society, a disturbance to the society. Therefore, all these people, they renounce and coming out, say, Naga Baba, this Baba, they have renounced. If they have renounced, why you are coming and smoking? Why you are coming on so much cases, so many Baba, so inside a jail, Tihar jail? Why? Because they have done a mistake. They should not renounce for the sake of cheap name, fame, disciple, all the things. Without purification of heart, no. Rather, you should work for the purification of the heart. You do your prescribed duty instead of renounce. If you do the prescribed duty, it will not give you free from the reaction. You simply abruptly renounce, and again you will be committing mistake. So therefore, Krishna say that renounce out of life can be accepted one who has been purified by the discharge of prescribed from the duties, which are laid down just to purify the heart of materialistic man. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life, sannyas. No. But Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without purification of the heart, sannyas is simply disturbance to the social order. Lord did not approve that you renounce. Because first of all, you purify, then you renounce, then you will not be disturbed. Any of you do not work also, still it is good. But he makes so a being yogi which actually searching for the object of sense gratification must be called greatest cheater. Mithyachara. Krishna say simply you are renounce everything, but your mind you are searching for sense gratification. What is the use of that? The mithyachara, the so-called renunciation. Therefore, he told that instead of pseudo-transcendentalist for the sake of living and sense enjoyment, it is far better to remain one's business, execute the purpose of life. That is recommended by Krishna himself. Krishna said, don't be a pseudo-transcendentalist. Simply for living, spiritual things for living. Sannyas means everybody will give something. Everybody will come, meet me, ask me, name, fame, money, everything. This is called pseudo-transcendentalist for sense enjoyment. But rather, you should do your prescribed duty and execute the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? You do your duty, engineer, you are doctor, you do. But at the same time, you work for Krishna, work in Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga, so that you will free from the material bondage and enter into the kingdom of God. Because mass of the people is applicable in this category. Therefore, Krishna did not recommend renunciation of work. He told you do your prescribed duty, but make sure that it is non-reactive. How to non-reactive is explaining whole 3 chapters, chapter 3, chapter 5. So, what is the goal? Goal of the life is Jagyate karma na anyatha lokoyam karma bandhana. Krishna say in chapter 3, text 9, you should work, you should do your prescribed duty for me, for my satisfaction. Otherwise, it is reactive. So those who follow this method of Krishna is better than a false pretender who accepts the show bottle spiritualism, but to cheat innocent public. Everywhere is going on. India is, everybody become renounced saffron cloth for livelihood, cheating people. The show bottle spiritualist, don't be a show bottle spiritualist. No. Rather, you do prescribe duty, Krishna say, and renounce and purify your heart. Follow this method, Krishna say. So-called renunciation for the purpose of maintenance, never approved. No. I want to do this temple, so the deities, so that I will get some money, I will do my livelihood, I will meet my livelihood, my wife, my children, enjoy. This kind of thing is not accepted by religious scripture. So Krishna also says that war should not be given up, because you cannot maintain your body also. A moment also you cannot maintain your body without working. So war should not be capriciously given up. Without purification, you should not think of renunciation. Just for the show, I will have a saffron cloth. No, he will be fall down. As soon as this is just like Visvamitra and all, you should not do artificially. So artificially means you will fall down. The Visvamitra, such a great yogi, he doing so much tapasya. As soon as he saw not only he saw, he heard the ankle bell of Menaka. He disturbed. And finally, he was entrapped. with Menaka and Sakuntala is born. She is such a great yogi like Visvambhar. Because artificially we cannot do. It has to become the process Krishna recommended. That how you work at the same time, you work with a right consciousness. Work for Krishna. So here, Krishna also says Sankhya Yoga is impractical since soul is active in nature. How to renounce, how to simply inactive. Then no, it's not practical because we are active. You cannot be simply no activity, simply I am philosophizing, philosophy, I am not this body, I am the soul. You cannot do that. Because by doing the prescribed duty, it purifies the souls from any kind of material affinities. And that leads to Krishna consciousness. That leads to Krishna consciousness. Who restrains the sense but mind dwells on the sense object is a pretender. Is a pretender. Prabhupada gave an example. He told, when I was in Vrindavan, the Babaji and all, they will do all this meditation. After 2 hours, come out, take BD. They cannot even control BD. What to speak about controlling things, controlling his mind. Control the BD also cannot. So that is called mind dwells in sense object, is a pretender. Anybody, even you are inside a temple or outside, full-time, part-time, quarter-time, doesn't matter. As long as you do not restrain your sense, your mind dwells on the sense object, you are pretender. You may be a brahmachari, you may be a grahastha, you may be anything. You are pretender. You are a brahmana, kshatriya, doesn't matter. Performing prescribed duty is better than not working. Krishna say better. Prescribed duty, Arjuna is a kshatriya, so a grahastha also engage himself in war, not renouncing and going to the forest. Arjuna is telling, I am going to, I will go to forest. I'll beg. Arjuna, please don't do that. Krishna is explaining. He's refuting this all his argument. You will perform your prescribed duty, gradual purification is there. That is important. And simply I renounce, then fall down. Because you are not pure. You will fall down. So therefore, Prabhupada says, words should not be given up capriciously without purification of materialistic propensity. Perform, therefore, we see that Prabhupada disciples, those who have renounced, even Prabhupada was there also, they fell down. Prabhupada says, they pointed out this mistake. Really, I should not give renunciation, sannyas to my disciple. He stopped actually 1975 onward something. He was giving a rare person. He told, no. First of all, you purify. Because he was giving, why he was giving sannyas, even to those who are, for 2 years, 3 years on. Prabhupada given a justification. Prabhupada said that in a war, you do not see that he is a civilian or a. You wanted everybody should come and fight on the front. It has happened in a country, small country in Europe, that when there is a war, World War I and II, even the civilian was allowed and they are invited to join in the war because that was the necessity. So Prabhupada says that for propagation of Krishna consciousness, we have to give some leniency, take this risk, give renounce, because without renunciation they will not work, So that is whole idea. So perform was a sacrifice to Vishnu or work causes bondage. That is the golden rule. If you do not work for Krishna or Vishnu satisfaction, then it is binding. It causes binding means a cycle of birth and death. But when you do for satisfaction of Krishna, jagyante karmano, it is not binding, is liberating. How can you do that then? Anybody can, sir, you told me very nice, you should work for Krishna. But how to do that? Therefore, we need a spiritual master. He will guide us. Under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, we should act in Krishna consciousness to get out from the clutches of Maya. If you do that, gradually elevate. And Prabhupada has given us sadhana bhakti. You do the sadhana bhakti, you will be promoted to slowly. The whole sadhana bhakti meant for purification of the heart. When you purify from the material attachment, we come to the asakti, nishta, ruchi, then bhava will come, prema will elevate, develop. It will elevate to the transcendental love of the Godhead. Then we will go back to Godhead. So these things you should understand that. It's a very simple thing. If you read yourself, you should read the Prabhupada lecture and all. This is our supplemented to the lecture of Prabhupada. So there is a beautiful yoga ladder is given actually here. So purification of heart means you know the transcendental knowledge. Yoga ladder, you will go through the yoga ladder. Yoga ladder means same thing. It's different between how the Veda is recommended to the prescribed duty, so that we can elevate into consciousness and purification of the heart, getting transcendental knowledge. When a heart become pure, then you will come to the Jnana platform and can be a sannyasi and renounce the prescribed duty. You cannot abruptly renounce. Arjuna is now telling better whole idea of Arjuna that I should avoid fight, because still he has got this, he is not convinced to kill his own relative. Therefore, Krishna is giving so systematically. If you minutely read, scrutinizingly read, under the guidance of Acharyas and in association of devotee, you will see that every verse of Krishna so systematically inspiring Arjuna. Arjuna, you fight. Every verse is at the end suffix is called fight, because he is inspiring Arjuna, encouraging Arjuna. Arjuna, don't take renounce order, because Arjuna mind is renounced, avoid fighting. He is encouraging you, fight. Because if you do not, heart is not clean, means you take sannyasi. Lord Krishna say that, it will be, it will fall down, it will be pretender. So I'm not going to summary, but little bit of summary how yoga ladder. So how it is usually. So usually Veda is recommended. In Veda you see that there is a karma kanda, jnana kanda, upasana kanda. Why for? Because people, there is beautiful verses 11, 21, 24. By human birth we are so much attached to. By our birth we are attached to sense gratification. That is the purpose we came here. We came here, turn away from the Lord. We came here for that purpose. Krishna bhuliya jivos bhagavan cha kare. Krishna bhuliya means forgetting Krishna. Bhogo means, what is bhogo? Bhogo means enjoying, material enjoyment. Bhogovancha kare, desire for the material enjoyment. Bhogovancha kare, nikatastha maya tere jhapatiya dhar. So whole idea that we want to enjoy separately from Krishna. Therefore, by birth we are inclined to, our mind is inclined to sense gratification. Where is sense gratification? So Veda is so, see, Veda, Krishna is so compassion. He compiled the Veda. He told, I will give the karma kanda first, because you are not elevated. You are all wanted some kind of enjoyment. So in karma kanda section, he encouraged that you do sense gratification, you do the regulated one. Don't do this unregulated one. Unregulated sense gratification is for animals. Animals have no need to, they have the conception of live-in relationship is already there in animal society. Have you seen animal is having married and they are having physicality? No, they do not marry. There is no marriage institution, but they have their sex life and all. This is called live-in relationship already there. But now we are thinking that we are so advanced, we can have a live-in relationship. This is animalistic propensity. It's animalistic. It's not approved by Krishna. Therefore, Krishna, the karma kanda section is a regulated sense gratification. You follow the rules and regulations. Kamasmi dharma viruddha. I am the sex life, Krishna said, but which is not contrary to the religious life. Anything which is, everything is given, karma kanda section, you do this one, regulated way. Gradually, you will come to the position of the goal. Gradually, you will come to the sakama karma yoga. You can understand what is my transcendental goal. Because you will be frustrated. You will get divorced. get all the things I wanted to enjoy, but the result is contrary. Then you are frustrated in material life. Then slowly, slowly it will come to Sakama Karma Yoga. Then Niskama Karma Yoga, giving up the attachment to the food. But still you are attached to the work. You are working as an engineer, but you are not attached to fruits. Then it will come to the Jnana Yoga, philosophical inquiry. Why I am here? Why? You should detach from the both action and both from reaction, fruit of the action. Then you come to Ashtanga Yoga. Krishna has explained 6th chapter. Then Bhakti Yoga. Because when Jnana Yoga, you know that no activities for you, you are meditating. What you will do inactive? You will meditate your mind. Your mind is philosophized. You cannot stop your mind. You cannot engage in such fruitive activity, but your mind is there, which can meditate properly to the on the form of Vishnu. That is called Ashtanga Yoga. Then come to the Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the highest ladder. So Krishna is explaining that how this Vedas also Karma Kanda to Jnana Kanda to Upasana Kanda. From Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga, Krishna is explaining very systematically that how one can perform detached dutiful work. It is better to follow the Karma Kanda section of the Veda. But this Vedic prescribed duty, which involves sacrifices, should be done for Krishna's pleasure. So whole things, this Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. Simply Veda say Karma Kanda will not help. It has to be culminate to the point, or it has to be advanced, not culminate. It advanced to the point to the Karma Yoga. So Krishna says that Lord Vishnu in the beginning of creation provide man with all necessity to live happily, active liberation. So because Krishna, why created the material world? Because we have got this propensity, I am to enjoy for separately. So okay, I create this material world, you enjoy that. At the same time, see, Krishna is so merciful. You enjoy at the same time, you can go back to Godhead. Wow. That is what called Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. You have to progress toward liberation also. Side by side is Krishna is giving both the things. He created the material world because we are child, we are adamant, I want. I want to go alone, A child is adamant. Okay, you go alone. But at the same time, father is very cautious. He is following him, making a man to follow him. Similarly, Lord is always, although he created the material world to accommodate us, to fulfill our sensual desire, but Krishna at the same time, he comes, he put the Maya in set. Policemen also there, na? There is some rules and regulations. So in this way, Krishna wanted to elevate us to go back to. So here 10 to 16 is actually Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. Lord Vishnu created population, they were Jagya for cooperation, prosperity and liberation. So Lord created, previously nothing was there. Lord only, Aham Evasam Evagri. Krishna only there. And because he created all this population, demigods also, departmental head, Jagya also. Why? In this way, everybody will be prosperous, cooperation and liberated. The whole idea. So just like a jail. A government is creating jail. Why he created a jail? Not only he created a jail, he also posted some superintendent of jail. And also he has introduced some kind of preaching program to the prisoner so that they can get out. And they can reform and get out. Similarly, Krishna created everything, created this material world, population, demigods, everything he created, and the process of going back. Jagya means to satisfaction of Krishna. Jagya Bhai Vishnu. He created the process where you can go back to Godhead. But who enjoy the gift of Devata without offering them by performing sacrifice is a thief. So demigods are their departmental head. This is just like a rain, Varuna Dev, sun god, sun god is there for sun. Rain is Indra. Varuna is for the water. In this way, all departmental head is given. Vayu Dev. for wind. So they giving all the facilities, just like our electric bill. Government is giving our PUB bill, utility bills, our gas, our electricity, everything. So if you do not pay, what will happen? We are like a offender, called defaulter. Similarly, everything given by the demigods. Actually not demigods, by God through demigods, because they are departmental head. They are for distribute. No. President is not giving something. President is appointed somebody to give. But it is from the president only. So, but we enjoy and we do not give back. Then it's a thief. Those who eat food offered to Vishnu are freed from sin. For sense gratification, eat only sins. This is the example given. Supposing in your father is bringing everything, and you are cooking and you are not giving to father. You are cooking yourself and eating. It's not etiquette, na? Everything belongs to Krishna. Father is bringing all vegetables, is buying vegetables, everything. Then you are cooking and you are eating yourself. That is not etiquette. Therefore, Krishna say everything belongs to Krishna or Vishnu, and everything should be offered to him. And if you do not offer and eat yourself, you cook, eat yourself, you are sinful, because you do not acknowledge. It is offensive. You are staying in somebody's house, and if somebody comes, you are telling, oh, this house actually from this watchman. You never acknowledge your owner. They will throw you out, actually. Krishna is more merciful, actually. This is the cycle of sacrifice. One who does not perform sacrifice lives, fertile life, full of sin, he only lives for sense gratification. So this is called Karma Kanda section, where regulated sense gratification. You do it, but sacrifice for the demigods, so that your electricity will be, you are not a defaulter. You are not a defaulter. But Krishna say that the best process, demigods are pleased by sacrifice, prosperity, followed by cooperation. When you sacrifice the demigod, just like you pay the bills to government, your electric bill, gas bill, then government is satisfied with cooperation. You will not have any problem, outrage of your electricity or gas. So whole idea, Prabhupada say that purpose of material creation, Lord Krishna has designed the material world to encourage sacrifice. He does this by making material advancement dependent upon Yajna. He introduced the Yajna actually. By worshipping the Lord for material well-being, one becomes purified and advances. So Yajna means meant for the a chance to afford to conditioned soul to come back to Godhead, and to learn how to perform Yajna for satisfaction of the Supreme. To learn also. To benefit Yajna, what is the benefit Yajna? To get happiness in material world, to purify the heart of the living entity. Two things at the same time. Yajna means sacrifice. Later enter into the kingdom of God and that get ultimate liberation. Because our conditioning of in this material world due to the forgetfulness of the Krishna. So the purpose of the Vedic principle is to help us in understanding our eternal relationship. So Yajna means to satisfy the Vishnu. The demigods are actually is not the actual receiver of our sacrifice. Real receiver is Krishna. Yajna Bhai Vishnu. Therefore, in Kali Yuga, this best way of Yajna is Sankirtan Yajna. In Kali Yuga, real Yajna is that which is easy, very sublime. It is stated that Yajna Sankirtana Prayi Jajanti Sumedasa. Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangam. So, Satatam Kirtantam Mama. All this doing the Kirtan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. This is our Yajna. You don't need to do all the things. So many demigods, you say, sir, you have given me water, let me do some puja. That was Vrindavan also, the father of Krishna was doing like Indra Puja. Krishna says, stopped. Because if you pour the water in the root of the tree, Jatha Taru Mula Nishchanana, Tripanti, Taskanda, Bhuja, everything. Supposing you are pouring the water in the root of the tree, all branches, twig, trunk, everything will get energy, flourished. You don't need separately water the leaves, water the branch, water the twigs. You just put the rasgulla and it will to mouth, it goes to stomach, automatically the hand, finger, everybody will get energy. You don't need to feed the finger, leg separately. So therefore, our whole idea is Kali Yuga, Yajna is a very important. You have to sacrifice. Because Kali Yuga is sacrifice. Simply by chanting, we are not obliged to do all the things. Otherwise, we are obliged. We are obliged to our father, forefather, because of father we are born. We are forefathers. So many sages given us the knowledge. We are obliged to sun, he is giving us light. We are obliged to rain. These are without that we cannot have anything. Where is vegetation? Where is rice? Annad bhavanti bhutani. Krishna say, food offered to the Lord become. And Krishna say in this cycle of the things, there is a cycle. See, whole cycle is that food grains, everybody, all embodied living subsistent food grains. Food grain produced by the rain. Without rain, where is vegetation? Rain is dependent on performance of yajna, sacrifice. And this sacrifice is born of prescribed duty. If you do prescribed duty, then that will be the performance of yajna. And from prescribed duty is within the Veda, and Veda is coming from the Supreme Lord. So whole is a cycle process. Everything comes from the Supreme Lord. But base yajna is that Sankirtana yajna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is whole idea. Why we do the yajna? Because we are immunizing to material contamination. Therefore, Krishna says all living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from the rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna. Yajna is born of prescribed duty. So here you are immunizing. Because by whole idea is that we are living on food grains. It should be utilized for the purpose of where I am getting energy. I am getting energy from Supreme Lord by supply of foodstuff. Therefore, my energy should be utilized for the service of the Supreme Lord. This is called sacrifice. Because where I am getting all the things? Where is the ingredient? Can you ask the scientist Einstein, sir, can you make the molecule atoms? Where is the atoms come? Where is the hydrogen come? Oxygen come? Where is the material element? Fire, water, ether, air. All material elements we have not created. Apple is created, Apple computer. But where is the ingredient? Ingredient belongs to Krishna. Because of ingredients, we are living. Because of the food, we are living. But food is coming from the rain. Rain is coming. In this cycle, it goes back to Supreme Lord. If you trace back, origin is Supreme Lord. Therefore, we should sacrifice. Because after food, we are getting energy. That energy should be utilized for the sacrifice. Utilized for the service of the Supreme Lord, which it belongs to. That is sacrifice. That is sacrifice. And without that, it's not. You are like a thief. We are getting everything, but we are not giving back. So now then Krishna is explaining that after this karma kanda, Krishna telling you do the karma kanda section prescribed duty. That is very good, but it has to be come to the sacrificing for the Vishnu. And now he is explaining something why you should do this karma yoga, niskama karma yoga. Because if you do prescribed duty without detachment, set a correct example for everyone. Because Krishna said it is better to do one performs his duty without furtive desire or attachment, as did King Janaka, as does Krishna. One should act in such a way to set correct example for others. Supposing somebody is in a very higher platform, still he has to act. He cannot say, because I am Jnani, I am thinking I should not be here. No, to set an example for others. Krishna has no work, but still he is coming and doing all the work. Janak Maharaj, the father of Sita, Janak Maharaj. He is a very renowned sort. He is very king, but he is very high level, pure devotee. But he has to do his Varnashram system. He is a king, so he is ruling, he is establishing the Varnashram system, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. He is ruling all the things. For example, set example. Although the ignorant perform their duty with attachment, the wise should not unsettle them. The wise should perform their own duty without attachment and with knowledge, and thus become free. So here Krishna says you should not unsettle those who are working in prescribed way, but you should teach them as example that how they can do his duty without detachment, so that they cannot be entangled. One should perform his duty according to his nature, Krishna consciousness, in Krishna consciousness without falling victim to attraction and aversion. So Krishna is explaining this very nice thing. So Krishna said a characteristic of self-realized person acting as a matter of duty. A self-realized person means a pure devotee. He knows that, but still he is acting. Why? Because he is acting to set an example. Although he has no duty to do. No need to perform yajna or all the things. So Prabhupada has given that person who is full Krishna consciousness is fully satisfied by his act of Krishna consciousness, no longer has any duty to perform. Scripture assigns one duty according to his material attachment, one given activity to purify him while letting him fulfill his desire in regulated. So whole idea that everybody has some nature. Somebody is working as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, Brahmachari, Kshatriya. So whole idea to purify them. Whatever the position, you purify in a regulated way. You do the regulated way. Who is eligible to give up the prescribed duty? Only person who free from the duty is self-realization. He has no desire to fulfill or any purification to achieve. Those who are no desire any purification achieve, they do not need prescribed duty. Otherwise, if you have got some desire, aspiration, you do it very regulated way. Then gradually you elevate it. Therefore, Krishna consciousness person is not obliged for any kind of duty. No. Therefore, those who are joining in pure, full time, or those fully realized person, they don't have to do all the prescribed duty. Oh, I'm a family man. I want to do obligation. My children, they don't do, because they have no duties for them, except activities in Krishna consciousness. They are not obliged to ordinary duty. Oh, I've got family. I have to take care of my son, my grandson, blah, blah. No. Because Krishna consciousness person, they know that when you are in Krishna consciousness, it will purify our material desire. Due to material desire, we are doing prescribed duty. You have some got material desire, material aspiration. Therefore, I am working, getting some money so that I can do something for my son, my wife. But Krishna consciousness person, he know I am this body, I am not this soul. He is self-illuminated. And therefore, he loses all material interest, free from all obligation. But he acts sometimes. Why? Although he doesn't do ordinary activity. Why should I do? But he acts because just like Krishna. Krishna is acting as a grahastha. He has got 16,108 wives. He is getting up 4 o'clock, Mangalarti. Why? Because to set an example. He doesn't need, he is a God himself. But why he is doing all these things? Why he is coming here to establish the dharma? He can send his agent also. But no. Krishna has no desire. He is working, he is coming here, and he is not to gain namam karmani limpanti, but he is doing to set an example. So sometimes the self-realized person, he set example. To set example for the conditioned soul, they are engaged in prescribed duty. That you do prescribed duty, but regulated way will be elevated. To teach, lead them. That is important. Act as a matter of duty without attachment to the fruitive work and attain supreme. So here whole idea of impression that the conditioned soul is very much attached to the fruitive activities, prescribed duty. So you act, but without attachment to the fruit, then you can attain supreme. That is the whole idea. So that is under the proper, how you can do that? Acting under the proper guidance. That is acting on behalf of Krishna. When you do the acting on behalf of Krishna, no attachment to the result, then in this way, you will have no reaction, you will attain the supreme. That is the whole idea. King Janaka, also same thing, he is a leader, but he is following everything. He's a very highly self-realized person. He doesn't need to do all the things. But because he wanted to set example, he is ruling the country. By example. Teacher by example. So how self-realized soul work? Same thing. He is working without detachment as a matter of duty to please Krishna. That's all. Krishna, if you saying that I am a devotee, then Krishna say, if you claim I am a devotee, but you should with detachment from the fruit of the work. That is devotee. Is a matter of duty under proper guidance of spiritual master and to please Krishna. The three things are very important. Krishna say. If you do three things like this, how a devotee self-realized, then you can attain Supreme. And particularly, the self-realized soul work to set an example so that all the conditioned soul, they will also follow the path. Oh, I will also do. Because whatever the great people, purified soul perform prescribed duty without attachment, you set a proper example for the common man. The common man cannot do that. They are not self-realized. They are engaged in prescribed duty for some result. So, but the great people, they come and set example. You do your work. It's just like Krishna is explaining Arjuna. Krishna is giving an example to Arjuna. You do that. But do your prescribed. Do not attach to the result. Because of result that they will be killed, you are sad, you are happy or sad. No, you are not attached because all the result actually should be for the Krishna. Finally, he told Sarva Dharman Parityajam Mamekam Saranam Bhaja. So how the self-realized people, they work with detachment from fruits as a matter of duty under proper guidance for Krishna, just like Arjuna. Arjuna, when he agreed, then he was detached from the fruits. Whatever the outcome of the war, he doesn't care. Whether they will be killed, Pandavas will be killed, or Kaurava will be killed, would be killed. He is indifferent to that. And as a matter of duty under proper guidance, because Krishna wanted this one. So he ordered Arjuna, you do that. So as a matter of duty, he is doing. And for whom? For Krishna, not any Tom, Dick, and Harry, for Krishna. It's a matter of duty. So you should learn all these things from the spiritual master. And what is the benefit of such work? One attains the Supreme. Example of leader who perform the duty is the Janak Maharaj. Krishna himself is a householder. He is a householder. Why he has to be a householder? Do you think that he is very licentious? Many people say Krishna is like a devil. Oh, Krishna has 16,000. So this Krishna is not a licentious. He doesn't have to work, but he is working because he wanted to. So Lord Krishna performed prescribed duty, although he has no material desire. We work with detachment to set correct example. That's the whole idea. But the problem is that there is an impediment for this. What is the impediment? So Krishna say that what is the impediment? Impediment is that the lost. The lost is the actually purpose of Bhagavad Gita is surrender all your work unto me, free from lethargy fight, with full of knowledge of me, with no claim of proprietorship, without desire for profit you should work. That is real karma yoga. That is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita actually. So, but the problem is that the flaw, if a person disregard the teaching and do not follow, then he will be bereft of knowledge, he will be ruined. He cannot get out. Therefore, Krishna says you should follow. The result of acting or non-acting according to Lord injunction. You should act what is good, what is not good. Accordingly, the Lord orders. Therefore, Shastra says, just like we are following the rules and regulation of country, traffic light means you should stop when it is red flashing. When it is green color, we should go. So you should work in this way. Then we will not be implicated. Otherwise, you will be entitled fine. If you are crossing the when the red light is flashing, you will be entitled. You will be problem. You will be die actually. You will be hospitalized. You will be fined. So that is whole idea. So therefore, you should not have any attachment aversion. You should be do according to whatever rules and regulations. So there is a rules and regulation given in Shastra. You should follow one's prescribed duty. But the problem is that they lost. Why? If everybody should follow the rules and regulations, just like if everybody will follow the traffic light, traffic rules, there will be no accident. But why there is an accident? Because they are carelessness. What is that called? Negligency is the mother of accident. They say negligence is the mother of accident. Similarly, if everybody will work according to the scriptural injunction, there will be no reaction. We will go back to Godhead. We don't need to go to Himalaya or caves. But what is the problem? Problem is the lost. Just like a problem, why there is accident? Because of negligence. Similarly, there is lost. Therefore, Krishna says, beware of lust and anger. Soul, sinful, all-devouring enemy, because it's our enemy. Through loss sitting in the sense, mind, intelligence, the soul's knowledge is covered. By regulating the sense through the spiritually strong intelligence, one should fix himself in his pure identity as a servant of Krishna, thereby conquest lost. So Krishna say that what is really holding back us to go back to him? Only thing is our lost. Because it is our enemy. And it is sitting place with our senses, mind and intelligence. It is covering our intelligence. So the lost is our real enemy. Although living entity sometimes does not want to act in sin, he is still forced to act. Sinful actions are not, however, impelled by super soul within, but are due to another cause. When living entity comes in contact with material creation, his eternal love for Krishna is transformed to lust in association with mode of passion. Otherwise, this sense of love of God becomes transferred into lust. A milk contact with sour tamarind transferred into a god. So when lust is not satisfied, it turns into anger. Anger transport into illusion. Illusion continues the material existence. Therefore, lust is the greatest enemy of living entity. It is the lust only which induces the pure living entity to remain entangled in the material world. Wrath is the manifestation of mode of ignorance. Those modes exhibit themselves as a wrath, other corollary. So whole idea is that because actually we have a love for Godhead. Now because material world we forget in Krishna, we transform that love to so many things. That is called lust. First of all, we love our body. The difference between lust and love. Lust means atmendriya pritivancha. We want to satisfy our body first. Satisfy ourselves. Satisfy our wife, children, our relatives, our society, community. In this way, we are so much attached. As long as we have that lust, we cannot go back. Because sometimes it is not satisfied. I want to become a Bill Gates. That is also lost. But I cannot become Bill Gates, then I have to become angry. And when angry, oh, I cannot do that, illusion will come. And illusion means ignorance. It covers our intelligence. In this way, we are continuing in material existence. I am so much attached. I don't know real knowledge. So this is our problem. So Krishna end with that. So how to so Krishna said, therefore, one should first of all curb this enemy called greatest enemy called lust and anger. Because they have captured the strategic position, our mind, intelligence, and senses. So therefore, Lord advised Arjuna to regulate the sense from the very beginning so that he could curb the greatest sinful enemy, lust, which destroy the urge of self-realization. It destroys for us to advance in Krishna consciousness. That is the solution to a whole problem. Therefore, so first of all, you should directly understanding the constitutional position that we are the soul, and we should completely surrender to the Lord. By intelligent engage in the mind in Krishna consciousness. In this way, we can conquer the lust. Otherwise, we cannot. Because it is a strategic location, occupied our strategic location. Our mind, intelligence, and senses. So if you become Krishna consciousness, understand that I am not this body, I am the soul, and I am the part and parcel of Krishna. Just like a body, finger is the part and parcel of the body, he has to serve the body. We have to solve the body. In this way, we can utilize our mind, intelligence, senses for Krishna. So lost cannot do anything. It's like a serpent, but no fangs, no poison. It doesn't have anything, broken fangs. So it doesn't care, it will not harmful us. Therefore, that is the solution. That use our mind intelligent, because mind is builder because of lost. Mind is telling, no, why the classes? Many people might have left the classes in between. Let me go do other priority work. What Krishna speaking, what this devotee is speaking. Let me hear something else. That is called the lost. Intelligent also builder by lost. Senses also know what is this hearing dry philosophy. Karma yoga, karma yoga. No. Let me go and see some Bollywood, Hollywood, cricket. In this way, lost is building us. Therefore, whole idea to engage this strategic location, mind, intelligence, and senses in the service of Krishna, so that the lost will broken fangs, like a serpent, it has broken fangs. Nobody fears him, and he will not do any harm to us. Otherwise, it will destroy us. Destroy us. Nowadays, social media, our mind, intelligence, senses are in social media, means social media will devour us, swallow us. So, on this notes, this is the whole third chapter. This is summary study is there. So, whole third chapter, this is the whole entire third chapter is completed. So, whole idea of the third chapter is that Krishna never recommended for renunciation, because we cannot renounce without purification of the heart. Therefore, Krishna said prescribed duty is better, because by the prescribed duty, if you renounce abruptly, you are a cheater. So better you do the prescribed duty. At the same time, you understand that how to regulate it, all your duty, how to make it under the guidance of spiritual master, how to connect to the Krishna, how to do it for Krishna, so that you will not be entangled. Finally, you will attain with detachment to the fruit of the action as a matter of duty. That means for Krishna you do. Nobody will go to the office and at the end of the month get the salary, and I'm detached, I will put it into the dustbin, or I will say, HR, don't give me. No, you should get it, but instead of using for your sense gratification, you can use for Krishna. Of course, we cannot use 100%. There is a scriptural injunction is there. Prabhupada say 50% should be for Krishna and 50% for our things, like there's a division is there. Some person for emergency, but we should be doing prescribed duty, whole idea to for Krishna. In this way, you slowly get purification, you get the transcendental knowledge that what is my position. In this way, you can come attain Supreme. Not that abruptly, I'm now renouncing one. No. So this is whole idea, karma. Everything should be done for the sake of the Krishna. Everything, all our prescribed duties should be surrendered unto the Krishna. In this way, you will be liberated. But you should be careful, because while doing these things, sometimes the lost will come and unsettle us. They'll say, why you are doing for Krishna? Why you are going to temple? Why you are listening to the classes? What is there in classes? Go and listen Bollywood, some sing, some songs, some other things. Don't listen to all the classes. Don't go to the temple. There's a there's a long weekend is there. Better go somewhere else. Don't go. This is called lost. It's building us, building our mind, intelligence, and senses. Because mind is the intelligent is the director. Mind below the intelligent. Below the intelligent is senses. When my intelligent is builder, why should I do all the... my mind is thinking also, better go somewhere, listen something. And senses is automatically withdraw from hearing Bhagavad Gītā. I will hear Bollywood. So how these things? So these are impediment. You should be very careful to engage these things in Krishna service. In this way, you can gradually purify, go back to God. Thank you very much for the patience. It's a long class, but cannot skip anything now. So everything should not be understood immediately. It takes time, but need discussion, need some kind of beginning of understanding. You should have a urge to, I should learn Bhagavad Gītā. So in this way, there will be first, you listen, You have documents, you listen to Prabhupada, you have discussion, what is Prabhupada purport. So in this way, you can gradually understand what is karma. Very easy actually. We made it very simple. So thank you very much. If you have any question, anything, you can take up anything in comment. PK movie, yes. PK movie, how is so negatively? They are thinking that, oh, this Hindu religion, Sanatanis are all sentiment, belief. Dharma is not a belief. Religious is not a belief, Prabhupada says. It's not a faith. Just like dharma of water is liquidity, dharma of salt is salty, dharma of sugar is sweet. So that cannot be taken away. But religiosity means I have a faith in Hindu or faith in Muslim, I can change my faith to Christianity. That is not dharma. Dharma cannot change. You cannot take out the liquidity from liquid. You cannot take out the saltiness from the salt. This is a natural characteristic, intrinsic characteristic. Therefore, there is a dictionary understanding of dharma or religious, the faith is not right. PK movie is totally negative. So Prabhupada says that our is philosophies, therefore Krishna is explaining the Jnana Yoga, Sankhya philosophy. Then he is telling Krishna Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness. We have both together, mix up together. Otherwise, we will be lost. So thank you very much. We will continue. I will send chapter 2 also. I did not send because I was in Bhagavatam, all the things I could not get time. Sorry about that, apology. So I will send tomorrow, both 2nd and 3rd chapter. You can go through it, 1 week is there. We will go to 4th chapter, transcendental knowledge. Krishna says we should have a transcendental knowledge, last verse of 3rd chapter. So he is leading to transcendental knowledge. Without knowledge, we cannot know how to do proper karma yoga. So we will learn next session. Thank you very much. Bhagavad Gītā ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Vaishnava ki jai. Hari Hari.